Well, she is the first black woman pilot to earn her wings of gold in the Navy. The Charlotte resident will have her own display in the Sullenberger Aviation Museum.
Channel 9's Ken Lemon sat down with the retired pilot to talk about how she's inspiring others.
Brenda Robinson is a rare bird in love with flying from the first day she kissed the sky.
I'm like, wow, this is so cool.
She showed me her pictures. Some of these images will become part of her display inside the Sullenberger Aviation Museum in Charlotte, celebrating the Navy's first black woman pilot. She said it all feels strange.
I still don't understand it.
The woman who made history in the air told me everything for her started with a visit to an air traffic control tower at age 16.
In New York Minute, I knew that this is what I was going to do for the rest of my life.
She said the girl standing so high off the ground never dreamed about going even higher. She told me in the 1970s, women, let alone black women, had almost no frame of reference for flying a plane.
I didn't know that I could be a pilot until I was in college in flight training.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because it was never encouraged.
Still, she went to an aeronautics college, got her pilot's license, and thought it was over. She stayed in her dorm during the career fair on college. Navy recruiters called for her to come see them. They had just started a plan to allow 10 women a year into their pilot's program. She said they wanted her, and they weren't shy about it.
You realize you're going to be the first black woman ever in the history to go into the Navy?
Her college training gave her the head start needed, propelling her for this moment in 1980 when she became the first black woman in the Navy to get her wings. You can't see her face, but you can see the TV cameras and photographers from Coca-Cola shooting a series on black aviators. Robinson told me the only thing she remembers from that moment is an announcement.
Brenda Robinson is the first black woman aviator in the history of the United States Navy.
She flew for the Navy for 13 years, going through oil field fires during the war in Iraq, landing on every aircraft carrier on the East Coast, delivering people, mail, or much-needed supplies. Brenda Robinson realized how rare she was when she started flying commercial airlines. Sisters of the Skies, a group founded for black female pilots, report that black women currently make up half of 1% of professional pilots. This 30 years after Robinson climbed into a commercial airplane. She says over the years, her presence baffled some, but Robinson says she also saw her impact. She befriended a young black female pilot at American Airlines. One day that pilot confided in her.
She saw me and said, I can do this. You know, just seeing me, I can do this.
That's what she hopes young black women will think when they see her display in the Aviation Museum. She wants them to know what she didn't know at 16 in a control tower. Flying starts here, but dreams can take you so much higher. In Charlotte, I'm Ken Lemon, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Brenda Robinson doesn't fly as much lately, but she's still inspiring others, training future aviators using simulators in Concord.
Well, tonight we are also highlighting the accomplishments of the first black woman cardiologist at Presbyterian Hospital. Dr. Sandy Charles is the medical director at Novant Health's Women's Heart and Vascular Center. And from the moment she was hired in 2015, Dr. Charles was making history. She's not only the first black woman cardiologist at Presbyterian, she was the first woman cardiologist there. Dr. Charles told me her family has been a big inspiration for her accomplishments.
I certainly feel like I'm living the dream. Every day I wake up and it's such a blessing. You know, I tell my kids it took 14 years to get to do what I'm doing now, but every single year of that was worth it.
Dr. Charles says the road to becoming a doctor wasn't easy, but she'll help anyone who wants to walk that path.
She's the first black woman pit crew member in NASCAR history, and she's already forging a path for the next generation.
I started getting like picture mail, DMs from parents sending me pictures of their like little girls like sitting in front of a race car, like, look at my daughter trying to be like you.
The challenges she's overcome and what she plans to do next.